I'm going to take these 3 bolts. You got one here, one here, and one here. We're going to take them out and pull this cover off the top. Pretty simple. So we're going to pull this off, set it off to the side. Now we're going to go ahead and take the gas tank off. And you can see there's a little clip right here. What you're going to do is take a pair of pliers and you're going to pull this clip. You're going to pinch that down and pull this back like that. Sometimes you can take a flathead screwdriver and push on that hose, and that'll help get it off of there. Once we get it off, then we can pull our gas tank straight up. Now our gas tank's off, we're going to drain it into a container. This is the old gas. Okay, we have 2 more bolts, one here and one there. They're going to be a 7mm bolt. We're going to take them 2 out. The one on the left side is a 7mm, and the one on the right side is a 8mm. One more on the side right here. Took it out. That was an 8mm. This tube right here in the back, we're just going to push it off. And then this carburetor, we got a cable right here pulling out that's going back to here. Right in there. We're going to pull this little spring off. We just took a little ice pick and pulled back on that spring. So I'm just going to pull that carburetor nice and easy. And we should be able to pull that up. So now that we have our carburetor off, we can start working on this guy, getting it apart. Looks like we got another 7mm bolt right there we're going to pull out. Okay, now we get rid of this piece, set it off to the side. Now we have basically just our carburetor, and we're going to start cleaning it. And I'll bring you along. Now, before I get started tearing the carburetor apart, I got the air gun here. We're just going to blow some of the dirt off the outside of it because we don't want it getting to the inside. So that cleaned up the outside, any loose debris on it. Now, if we look at the carburetor, we have 2 more bolts on the bottom here, and I'm going to say these are probably going to be 7mm too. Everything we take off the carburetor, we're going to set right here on the rag. We don't want to lose anything that goes to this carburetor. Now if you notice, there's 2 different bolts on this. This bolt looks different than that bolt. So we have to remember that this bolt goes on this side and this one goes on that side. Now I'll remember that this Allen key is closer to this little bolt than it is the big bolt. And it's always nice to take pictures if you can, or if you're doing a video, that helps, because you can always look back on your video. Now we're just going to try to take this apart without doing too much to it. You might be able to get a little screwdriver and pop this off. Now that rubber seal is pretty tight in there. This is another thing we're going to have to watch. The big circle is going to go towards this pipe. The little bolt goes in this side towards this Allen bolt, and that pipe goes towards that side. And the reason why is there's a float down in here. You got a float on that side. You want to make sure everything aligns back up like it should. We'll be able to pop our float right out of here. And then there's going to be a jet down in the bottom here. Now watch, don't lose your parts. Lay them down the way they go in. Now you have a jet right here. This jet right here, we're going to lay it down right here. Now that we have our float and our main jet out, setting off to the side here, you're going to see a setup like this. Now I'm not really used to this type either, but normally this would be a big brass piece sticking down with a jet on it. Don't mess with this ball here. You don't want to do anything with that ball. Leave it alone. If you look right here on the side, you'll see a little jet right here on the side of this. And this is what allows your fuel to go down through here and come out inside the carburetor, down inside of here. It'll come out right down inside there. in that little hole. Now, if you, what I'm doing is I take WD-40 and I hold this really tight on here and I give it a squirt. And if you don't see it coming out down in here, then it's plugged up. And if you got that point, you got it plugged up and it won't come out down here, what you want to do is take your wire brush, take an old wire brush like this right here, okay, and then take one of your bristles, take one bristle, bring it up to the side, bend it out there, and just take your pliers or your cut-offs and cut one bristle out. Now, this is all that we need to open this jet. Just take that and just clean that jet out, make sure there's nothing inside there, and then do that, and then take your WD-40, stick it down in here, and spray. Just watch your eyes. We're going to spray it down in there, and we want it to come out down in the bottom. I don't know if I can get this on video, but I'm going to try it for you. When you look down in there, you should see the WD-40 spray into that hole. Hopefully you guys got to see that. I did get a little WD-40 on my camera, but we'll clean it up. So now that we know that jet is cleaned out, we're going to take the WD-40 and we're going to clean out this jet here a little bit. We're going to spray it out to make sure this is open, and we can probably push this one down in here. You can see it come out. We know we got that jet open there also. So now that we got all the jets open, all we got to do is get this guy finished cleaned up. We'll get rid of all this WD-40 out of here, clean this guy up real nice, and we'll put it back together. Now the main jet, this one here, you want to make sure there's nothing on the tip of this guy. So we'll just use a little bit of this WD-40 and we'll just rub that down just nice and lightly. Make sure there's nothing on there. We'll take a little bit of air and just blow down through this one real lightly. And then we're going to wipe off this guy also. We're going to clean this up a little bit. We're just going to wipe it down and make sure there's no ethanol on there. We're going to wipe it all off a little bit, just to clean it up. This WD-40 is not going to make your gasket swell up, the rubber. It's not going to hurt your rubber gaskets or anything. It's going to work out okay on here. I'm going to set our little jet. You have a slot right in here. You see that little slot right there? You have a little slot. We're going to slide that jet right down in there. And we're going to flip it over easily. Set it right back in that hole. And then we're going to snap this jet right back down into place by pushing it in that little clip right there. Probably a good push. So now our jet, our float, that's our float that allows the fuel to go to the carb, is working freely. We're going to wipe off the gasket on this. Check your gasket to see for wear. You want to make sure you got a good gasket on there. And this one looks fine. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's not dry rotted or cracked up. So remember how we're going to put this together. Remember that large hole. We're going to put that large hole toward this pipe. Just like so. And we're going to push this guy back into place. Then we're going to take the small bolt, the small one, we're going to put it on this side. Remember, I said it'd be on this side close to that one. Then the large bolt is going to go on this side over here. We'll take a 7mm wrench and we'll tighten this one down. Don't over tighten them, just snug them up. Now this guy here, we're just going to wipe it off, clean it up a little bit, and we're going to put him back in also. And this just takes an Allen wrench. I didn't have the exact same size or the exact size for it, but this one worked okay. So I don't think it'll hurt to just go ahead and snap that back into place. Now, if you want, you can spray your carburetor down with a little bit of WD-40. Spray the outside of it a little bit, and we'll wipe it off, clean it up. And we're going to be ready to put this guy right back on this mower. And hopefully, everything goes well. This thing's going to fire up. Okay, this carburetor is looking pretty good. It's not looking bad at all. We got it wiped up there pretty good. We're going to take a little bit of air and clean out the cracks. Okay, we're going to get ready to mount our carburetor on. Check your little O-ring right here. You have a little seal. Make sure it looks good. And mine looks really nice. No chips or cracks in it. It looks good. So we're able to put our carburetor on. Now I'm going to try to keep you guys as close as I can here. I'm going to try to keep you where you can see what I'm doing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to bring our carburetor up here, and we need to put this little guy here on. So we're going to twist the carburetor sideways a little bit and twist it down. Like that. Then we're going to slide our carburetor in onto that rubber seal in there, like so. Now we're going to take our little needle nose pliers, since we got the throttle hooked up over there. We're going to take our needle nose pliers and we're going to grab this little guy, like so. So now we got our spring on and our throttles hooked up. Now I'm going to wipe off this is the housing for my air filter. We're going to wipe off here where the gasket goes on. Right in here, wipe this off. Just clean it up. Okay, now we're going to get ready to slide this on and put our bolts back in. We have to remember where all these bolts went. Remember? Small ones, big ones. Line it up. Put your hose in the back, that big one in the back, put it back on. That'll help hold that up there into place. Our two bigger bolts are going to go on the outside here, one over here, then one on this side over here, which I'll probably have to use a socket to get them in there, so I can't reach them. Don't tighten them up yet, because we still have the other bolts to put in. Now I had one big one and one small one to put in. The small one goes over here, and the big one goes down on the bottom here. I would not suggest putting them in with an impact. I would put them in with a socket to where you could take your time and not strip anything out. So now we successfully cleaned our carburetor. I think this thing is going to be okay. Now we got to get our gas tank cleaned up. If you take a light and you look down in your gas tank, down in the bottom, down there in the bottom, and it's almost impossible for me to show you this. In the bottom of it, where this little piece comes out, there's a screen down in there. You can actually see it through the gas tank hole. I don't think I can get you a picture of it down in there, but it's down in there somewhere. You can see it if you got a light over top of it and you look in the right direction. Sometimes people will leave this gas cap off and they'll get grass down in there, and that grass will plug that little screen up. And I'm looking down in mine, and mine looks really clean, but I'm going to take a little bit of air, and we're going to blow a little air through here. What we might do, we could even throw a little WD-40 in there. It ain't going to hurt it. We'll drain the WD-40 out, because we're going to put some gas in there to rinse it out. But you can also take a little bit of air and then put it through the hole here. You can see it coming out the top. We know it's open, but once you don't put too much pressure. I only got about 30 pounds of pressure on my air gun right now, because sometimes if you're blowing on that stuff, you can blow jets clean across the room and you'll never find them again. I'm not saying there's any jets in this, I'm just saying you don't want to blow that screen completely out of it. So we're going to take a little bit of fresh gas, pour it in there. We're going to shake this thing around, and then we're going to dump it out. We might do that 2 times to try to rinse out what's inside here. I'll put the cap on this guy. Don't forget, now right here is a little hole right here too. It's a little breather. You can see it. You want to make sure it's open also. See, when you shake it, watch. Air comes out that hole. That lets you know that this is also open. You want that breather open on there. So I'm going to go pour this back in that container I pulled the old gas out of here in. Now we're going to do it one more time. Shake it up. Slide our hose on. Now that we got our hose on there, we're going to take our pliers and we're going to pinch this guy and put our clamp back up on here. Don't take it all the way to the end. Leave about 1/8 of an inch right there. Now that we got the tank on, we can go ahead and stick our filter back in. Wipe out your filter housing. Try to get all the garbage out of it you can. Hook the bottom of your filter cover on and then snap it up on. Now we have got the carburetor clean, the gas tanks clean. All we got to do is put the top back on it. And it's going to be pretty simple. So we only have 3 bolts to put in for this cover. Go ahead and put your bolts in and get them started. And go ahead and tighten them down. Okay, the last thing we got to do is put some fuel in this thing. We've got some good fresh gas here. We'll fill her up with gas. We'll hit the primer ball. I'm going to give it a... It says 3 pumps, but I gave it a few extra ones. It's bone dry on gas. Alright, you guys want to lay your bets? Will it start or will it not start? I'm going to give it a couple cranks up here and see how it works. See if it'll fire up. And then if it don't, we'll put it down on the floor and we'll put a shot of gas in that spark plug. It starts and it runs. And you guys seen how to do it. It was not that hard. It took a little bit of time, but if you take your time and you take pictures as you go or a small video clip, if you get into a situation where you don't think you're going to remember what bolt went where or how things work, then you know, take pictures. I would like to tell everyone thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, leave me thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment if you'd like. Till next time.